welcome back to the Board Game Closet. My name's Jimmy, and today we're going to be taking a look at Subdivision. This is put out by Bezier Games. It's designed by Lucas Hedgren, plays 1 to 4 people in about 45 minutes. In Subdivision, you're city planners and you're trying to plan out the best city that you can. You're worried about getting everything connected to the highway. You're worried about parks, connecting to schools, connecting to all kinds of stuff. Everything you place on the board affects something else around it, scores points in different ways. It's a tile drafting game. There's all kinds of mechanics going on in this. So let's take a look and see what you get in the box. Okay, so this is what you get in Subdivision. The first thing that I have to point out, and I hate to critique right out of the gate, but the one thing, and maybe Bezier is even known for this, I don't know, but I was just shocked that when I opened this box, there is 0 insert. I mean, nothing. It was like, did I miss something? Did I throw something away? There's nothing. So you get all of these tiles here that are in front of me, and nothing to put them in. We're not talking plastic bags, we're not talking a container, a cardboard cutout, nothing, just 0. So, man, that just bugs me for some reason. It's like they didn't even think about what's the consumer gonna do once they punch all this stuff out. They 0 concern about that at all. Anyways, I hope that they consider that in the future because this really is a good game and I like it a lot, but man, that just irks me. So this is what you get in the box. So you get just a gazillion of these tiles. I mean, and these are good tiles. At first I thought that they were a little thin, but the quantity of these that you get and then moving them around on the board, although that does become an issue at some point, the components are still pretty good. I like the quality of them. The artwork on it is fine. It's very easily understood once you get into the game. All the iconography is makes sense in the game, and some of these dual purpose. On one side it's a type of industry and then on the other it's a road, so that's kind of nice. You get these wooden tokens or these little wooden roads. These are sidewalks in the game, but very similar to Settlers of Catan, the roads. It's just little wooden pieces. Then you get money tokens, just very typical money tokens. You get a custom die that represents the different zones that you can build, and then you get some player aids, little 2-sided player aids. And these are really only necessary the first few times that you play the game, and then everything else will make sense to you. And then you also get a little scoring pad that helps you at the end of the game add up all the different types of zones, the scores, and then you know how many points that you win at the end of the game. So how does a round of Subdivision play? This is a 2-sided board, so at the beginning you get to choose which side that you want to use. I don't know if they say if one's really better or not. One has a road that goes around, and then one has a road that goes through. At the end of the game, you get points for each road, each type of building thing that you do that connects to the road. So I guess maybe the one with the road through it would be easier. I don't really know. Haven't played it enough to really know. I've played it on both sides multiple times, but I can't really tell if one has an advantage or not. So this is a tile drafting game. The rules will tell you how to divide up the tiles based off of the number of people that are playing, and then you shuffle those up, and then you pass them out to everybody. So on your turn, you're going to have a number of tiles in front of you. You get to decide which one that you want to play. There's a die that's rolled that tells you the zones. So on the board, it has areas. So this is the zoning rule for that turn. So you look on your board and you find out which zone that is. So if I rolled the red octagon, then I know that I have to build in one of these red spaces. If I don't want to do that, then I can pay, I think it's 2 coins to ignore the zoning rule for that turn, and I can build anywhere. Anyways, and then once everybody decides what they want to do, they flip them over and then place it on the board. So in Subdivision, kind of one of the unique mechanics is that you're thinking a turn ahead. And so these tiles, these tiles don't do anything for you now, but they'll do something for you in the future. So when you lay a tile, you're always thinking what's going to happen to it in the future. Because when you place another tile next to it, it activates. So the power of this one activates when you put something next to it. And it can also trigger multiple ones. So if I have 2 or 3 here and then I place one of these in the middle, then it would activate all of those at the same time. So you're trying to think of combos, you're trying to think of what you want to do later, and then you're trying in essence to earn points, because whoever gets, or money, whoever has the most money at the end of the game wins. And so you get money or points, I forget what you call it. Yes, not money, it's points. Whoever has the most points wins. And so you score points in a number of ways. It has to do with places on the board. So there's spots on the board. All of these spaces have negative numbers on them. So you're going to want to cover up all of these. They range from -3 up to 1. Or -1, and so you're trying to cover up spaces here so you can score points that way. You can score points by connecting sidewalks, so it's a multiplying thing. So I think that there's 5 different zones, and if each one of your sidewalks touches one of those types, then that multiplies points. You get points for your lakes and parks, and so a lake scores a point for everything that surrounds it, so you could get up to 6 points off of a lake. Parks have to do with, let's see, parks have to do with, you get a point for everything that's next to it. I'm sorry, lakes give you money for each one that's around it. You get 1 point for every 2 coins that you have, so you can get money that way or points that way. There's another thing in here where schools give you points exponentially. Basically, if you have 0 or 2, once you get to 3, then you get 8 points for each one of your schools that you have. There's a number of ways that you can score points in the game, but basically, if you want to know if you're going to like this game, the basic mechanic is you're placing tiles now so that you can activate them later. And so you're planning out your city, you're making sure that everything connects to the highway, and it's a drafting thing. So a lot of it is kind of out of your hands. It's whatever I'm handed on that round, I need to make the best of it. I think that's pretty much it. That's pretty much Subdivision. I know that that doesn't explain it very well. I watched a Rado Runs Through video. Check that one out. And he taught me how to play the game, and then I sat down and played it with people. We played this over Christmas, I think, and then we really enjoyed it. So what's my opinion on this game? The no insert in the box irked me, but I got over it. I have tons of baggies around, so I did that. Eventually I'll probably do a foam core insert for it. So I kind of got over that. And really it just comes down to, do I like the game? And yes, I like the game. I think it's fun. If somebody wanted to play this game with me, I would say, let's go. Let me teach you how to play. If you have anybody that's into economic games or city building games, I think that they're going to like this. Is this like blow you away, out of this world amazing? No, it's not. It's not just like the best economic game ever made, but it's a fast-paced, tile-laying city building game. That's what it is. And so if that's something that you're even remotely interested in, then I think you're probably going to like it. The negatives to the game, I guess, would be drafting, you know, that you're just having to deal with whatever you've been handed, and some people don't like that. But other than that, I can't really think of a whole lot of negatives to the game. It's not that deep, so maybe that's a negative. If you're wanting a meatier or heavier weight game, this is not it. It's lighter. It's definitely lighter. I don't know. That would be my opinion on the game. So at the end of our reviews, we say, should you buy it, play it, or hate it? Would you green, go buy this game and add it to your collection? Would you white, add it, play this game, but maybe you're not going to add it to your collection? And then red means you're not going to buy it and you're not going to play it because you hate it. I am really on the fence on this one as far as a recommendation goes. I would buy this game again. I definitely am glad to have it in my collection. So for me, it's a green. So I have to give a green recommendation because that's my opinion. But I could see why this might become a white game for some people, because maybe they wouldn't want to buy it. It's not just, like I said, out of this world amazing, but it is a fun game and I would play it. So for me, being a collector of board games, I want to have this in my collection. I want to have it available to me. But for some people, this really might become a white game for you, because you're just going to, you know, okay, I'll play it, but you know, I'm not going to run to the store and go buy this game. I'm very interested to see if they come out with any expansions to this and how it would change it, maybe new game mats or maybe new types of tiles that you can add to the game and play. I think that this game would lend itself well to an expansion, so I'm kind of excited to see what they do with that. So anyways, that's my review of Subdivision. Thanks for watching. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all those places we're out there. And as always, support your local hobby shop.